Every day, you cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay.
Tonight, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Saints versus Tua Tagovailoa and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 15 carries, 51 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
86.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. And he's going to be They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
From midfield, here's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
And, partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
The quarterback sacked.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. That defense just did not budge, and now your punter. Well, this is why you pay him.
It is. It's exactly why you pay him. But what he's got to be thinking about are a couple of things. Number 1, don't step back. Could be a safety. Number 2, cut down your time on your mechanics. If you're a 2-step punter, it needs to be 1 step and get rid of the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The stop by Marcus Davenport. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Saints nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Allen. They'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 56 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
And sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen, quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defense Fantasy teams think they come in bunches. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's third down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's out to Chubb, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up.
Tua going to throw. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Browns.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That is Tomlinson who is down. Boy, not what they want to see. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 29-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Saints nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and...
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. He sets to fire deep. He's going to go out of of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down and 4. Allen, open man is the tight end Troutman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Allen. That's complete to Troutman right side. That catch good for only a couple.
Adam Troutman. A gain of 2.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Allen now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down New Orleans.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Allen's throw is complete, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking for the slot man, and he's got him. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Allen to throw once more. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Pick up a 3.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. And again, it's Allen. This pass caught at the 4. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 3 yards out. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football full half to be played. What's good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down in the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
2nd and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And these guys have gone back in the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Saints 17, Browns 13.
So as it turns out, a two-play drive resulting in the field goal. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 28-17, your final score. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The quarterback, Josh Allen, the focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 30.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Play action, now it's Tua. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Browns first down.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
On the carry.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Complete. It's Phillips. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now. And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, it's Phillips. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far.
The ball is out. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go to Barkley again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play.
From the gun, it's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
The score, Saints 20, Browns 13.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And now it's second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be third and a mile. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Browns send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. On the return after a punt of 39. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start first and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. From the gun, Allen. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
The 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Allen will get this out to Barkley complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Saints first down.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They played so well throughout this entire game.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
27-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
The score is Saints 23, Browns 13.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Tua now on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Beckham Jr.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a gain of 3. And the Browns.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Phillips. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Tagovailoa.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact that a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back, and now they're causing them all sorts of trouble. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. This offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
This is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On first down, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Sideline is complete. And gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right.